Hello, hello. Welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping by again. I know it's been a while, but I am really excited to get into this story time. This one today, it's going to be about the first and one of the only times I've ever had a roommate. So let's get started. So this story time is about the first time that I had a roommate. I don't know if you remember, but a couple of story times ago, I had said that I had moved out when I was 18, and I moved out alone. I got my first apartment when I was 18 by myself, and that was just a hot spot. Everybody always hung out at my place because I was one of the only ones at that time and one of the first ones to have my own place. So I had went to a party, and at that party, I had ran into a friend of mine, this girl. And she was just, we got to talking, and she was like, "Oh, Coy, I'm going through a really hard time. Can I stay at your place?" And I was like, I wasn't really, I'm going to be honest with you, I really wasn't into having people stay with me. There's something to just about like me having my own space that I really love. So when she asked me that, I was like, but she did explain the situation, and she really was down on her luck. So I was like, I can do it. Let me just pay it forward. Let me help somebody out. Hopefully it's not for that long, and she'll just be out of here. So I was like, cool. And she had a kid. So I was like, I'm not going to have her and her kid out on the street. So I was like, cool, I'll let you stay with me. Hopefully it's not too long. And she was so grateful. So we had a tentative agreement. Like, she was going to pay for the food, all the food in the house. And then she was going to give me like a small fee, because I really didn't want to depend on her contribution for everything, or even I just didn't want to depend on it. You know what I mean? So I was just like, okay, just give me a little bit of money. And plus she was down on her luck, so it wasn't like she can give me much, but I was like, just, this is the agreement, and do what you can, and hopefully you can get on your feet. So the day came when she went to move in, and she had a boyfriend at the time, and he helped her move in. So he comes and he brings her stuff, and she comes and she has her kid, and all that. So it was moving day, and everything was moved in. The agreement was she was supposed to buy the food. I worked night shift. I worked 10 to 6:30, and I remember she would start cooking at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, right before I was set to leave. So I was like, girl, I can't even eat the food. What is you doing? Like, I'm hungry too. Like, why is this not dinner at 5, 6 p.m. at normal hours? Why are we not eating lunch at 12? You cooking full on steaks and all this shit at damn near 10 o'clock at night. Like, what the fuck is this? This is not dinner. I can't even eat. What the fuck? And then I would get home, all the food is gone. When was I supposed to eat? Like, honestly, it was pissing me off. So I noticed that, and I was like, whatever. Her boyfriend, he was there the first day. He was there the second day. He was there the third day. He was there the fourth day. He was there every fucking day. And I was like,
Paul, why is you here?
I was like, I know your boyfriend, he helped you move in, but like, is he leaving? Like, is he here? And she's like, yeah, he's gonna be with me. I didn't say nothing at the time because it was very I was nice and I was kind of passive aggressive, but I was like, damn, like, I did not agree for him to stay here. Like, I don't know him like that. I know you, obviously you have a kid, I'm okay with that, but like, I don't like strange men in my house like that I don't know. So what the fuck is going on right now?
Let me tell you something, sweetheart. I don't know how y'all do shit where you from, but let me tell you something. Where I'm from, we don't do shit like that.
So I was kind of like feeling some kind of way, and instead of like expressing that to her, I just kind of stayed in my room. I was off to the side. I kind of let them take over my living room, and I didn't say much to them. But it just progressively got worse. Like, I was noticing little things that really, really, really offset me. In particular, they broke my toilet, and I was noticing because I worked 10 to 6. I worked the night shift. And I was noticing, like, I would come home and my bed was a little bit off. I would see that my computer was on. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is weird because I was not using my computer last night, or, I didn't sleep in my bed. I work at night, so I wasn't here. So why is my bed fucked up? Like, I just, little things like that, it was really starting to freak me out. And I kind of put one and two together. I was like, she's been in here. So I asked her, I was like, have you been in my room? She's like, oh yeah, well, when you leave, you know, we watch shows on your computer. I was like, I did not say this, bitch. I'm sorry, but I did not say you can come in my room. Like, y'all are already taking over my living room. This is a 675 square foot house. Like, what are you doing in my room? Like, I didn't have a lock, so they could obviously go in, but I was like, God damn, like, have some respect. I let you stay here, but I did not give you free will to just go about my whole fucking apartment. So I was pissed. And I didn't handle it the best way. I did not handle it the best way. I used to be so petty back in the day. I'm not now, but I used to be. And I remember I was so mad at her because I was like, you're in my apartment, you're breaking shit, you're in my room, you're using my computer, you're in my private space, I have nowhere to go, and I'm doing you a favor, but I really feel like I'm getting put out because even the fucking food, everybody knows I love to eat. I love to eat. Like, nothing was going to plan. She was all up in my space, and I was over it. So what I did was, back coy, the passive aggressive coy, what I did, I was like, you know what? I want to have a barbecue. I want to have all my friends over and we're going to have a huge party and you're not invited. Yes, I did. I had a huge barbecue. I invited all my friends and I did not invite her. And we lived in the same house. So what I did was I was like, okay, we had a pool in my condos and I had a barbecue. I brought all my barbecue stuff down to the pool. And so it was crazy because the day of, like, all my friends showed up to the apartment and they were bringing out my grill. They were bringing out the ice chest. We had all the food just going and they were just all sitting on the couch just looking. And I was like, I didn't give a damn because at that point I was so upset at her because I feel like I was being disrespected in my own house. Like, you do not respect my space. You do not do what you agreed to do. And you're pissing me off. So I was so passive aggressive. Like, I didn't confront her. I mean, I had asked her questions here and there, but I didn't confront her. So this is my way of getting back at her and being petty because that's how I used to be. So I had a full-on barbecue at the pool the whole day. And they were just sitting in the house the whole day. But my thing is, it's like, you don't have nothing to do? Like, why do you not have a job? Like, you're not looking for anything to do. You're just like on my couch all day, not looking for shit. So I was pissed. And at the time, like, I used to always call my mom and I would call her and I would complain to her, like, Mom, oh my God, the house is so dirty now and I'm hungry. They didn't cook nothing for me. And oh, there's baby diapers everywhere. There's shitty diapers everywhere. You know, my toilet's fucked up. Like, and my mom, she was getting mad for me because that's what moms do. But like, she'd be like, Coy, tell her to leave. And I mean, I couldn't tell her to leave, but I was still not happy, you know? So one day, it was crazy because one day I was at work and I had took an early shift. I took the PM shift, which is 2 to 10. And I was at work and the girl, she calls me and I was like, hey. And she was like, hey. She was out of sorts. She was like irritated. She seemed mad. She seemed like scared. I was like, what's going on? And she was like, your mom just showed up. I was like, what is my mom doing there? And she's like, your mom showed up. I don't know. And, you know, I was like, well, I mean, let her in, you know, maybe she wants something. And I was like, you know, is she okay? She was like, yeah, but she's not happy. I was like, I know my mom. Like, she's nice, but when she feels the kind of way, or, you know, my mom can be really upfront, really blunt, and just takes no prisoners. So I was like, my mom, what is she doing there? But by the way it sounded like my mom was upset. So I was like, I'm gonna let her do her thing, you know, because I felt like my mom was upset for me. So she was about to go over there and fucking ride. And I was like, I'm about to let her because I'm upset too. So whatever happens, happens over there. So, I go about my business, and a couple hours later, I called my mom. I was like, Mom, did you show up at my place? She was like, yes, I did. And she showed up with my brother's wife, and they went in there, and she said what she told me. She said that they had went up in there, and she made that girl clean my whole apartment. She kicked her boyfriend out of there.
Get the stepping.
And she said, my baby ain't never been this dirty. And she went up in there and she fucking got the girls in order, and the boys and the babies. So I got home the next day, and the whole apartment was clean. The boyfriend was gone. I was like, my mom came up in here and straight got the bitch together. And I was like, that's right. I was happy. I was like, good. Because, I couldn't even do it myself, but I was like, damn, like my mom really came up in here and got her together. And me and her had a talk after that. I was like, you know what? It's just not working out. It's not working out. Like, this is not for me. And I just don't like the setup. And she agreed, and she gave me my keys and she left. But after that experience, I was just like, you know what? I don't think ever have a roommate again. Like, it's just not for me. There's something about my own space that I just really love. I don't like, nitpicking, but I just also don't like a dirty place. Like, I don't like, people taking advantage of your kindness or your charity. I feel like, there's just a certain protocol or respect that you have to have if you live with somebody, and she didn't have that. She just didn't give a fuck. She brought her man up in there. She was sloppy, and I was like, you know what? I want to help people as much as I can, but you gotta help me help you. Like, you can't be doing that. So, and you know what? I don't think that I would ever live with somebody again. If I did, I feel like it would be like a boyfriend or a husband. Like, it's not about to be a friend anymore, because I just couldn't do it. And if I'm being honest with you, like, if it's a boyfriend or a partner, I just feel like one of my things I'm going to start looking for when I'm dating or, vetting guys out, you got to have a little bit of OCD. Not a lot, not crazy, not the crazy type, but like, you got to have a little touch of OCD, the kind that you throw something on the ground and like, if you don't pick it up, they start twitching, what I mean? Like they just have this compulsion to clean. Like they need to have things in order. They need to have things clean. And I like that. You know what I mean? I can't have people that are just dirty and sloppy. Like, it just is disgusting. So, I would just suggest for anybody that has a roommate or, somebody living with them or whatever the situation is, I would just say, number one, don't do it. Just don't. Save yourself the drama and the trouble, and just don't even do it if you can help it, But if you're being nice and you want to help, I will say, just set a limited time where they're going to be there. Set a time where they need to leave, because it cannot be indefinite. It cannot be, just free will, at will. It has to be a set time, because I feel like people just will stay however long you let them, and they won't say nothing. They won't do anything. I feel like some people, they just won't have the motivation to really get up and get out if they don't have to. So I feel like it just has to be a set time until they get the fuck out. Also, I would say, have there be like strict rules, because I didn't have any, and that was, a horrible idea. I feel like I really should have set some ground rules, some basic rules, like no boyfriends, got to keep the house clean. You know what I mean? If anything gets damaged, that's on you if it's your fault. You know what I mean? I didn't do none of that, and I regret it, because a lot of shit went down, and I feel like I let a lot of stuff slide. So if we just had some ground rules, it just makes things easier. So yeah. So I would never do that again. I don't recommend. 0 out of 0 stars. Do not get a roommate if you can help it. So yeah, that's the story time. I hope you guys liked it. And if you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'll see you later.